Oh, man. Yes, I know I look like JBL with this ridiculous hat on. I probably wore this sometime last year when I did probably towards the end of 2017 because I found this hat in my closet and I thought it looked like JBL's hat, but I wore that and I wanted to do a little entrance for this stream because I didn't really do a special entrance last night for my SmackDown stream, but didn't really matter. I don't think anybody saw it anyways in the live chat, but that's okay because I know this is not a time to do a stream. But guys, what is going on? This is a Club Demand 1993, and I'm here for a preview and predictions video I did not expect to make when it was several weeks ago. I was being, stubborn, a bigot, saying that this show is going to be a complete waste of time. Still could be, who knows. But within the past few weeks, more so because of the SmackDown brand, I've drawn a little bit more interest in this show. So I'm not going to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to watch it, but I will check out, see what goes down with WWE Super Show-Down 2018. This big, network special that's going to be like a WrestleMania in Australia, even though it's full of. Let me count off for a second here. This show has 10 matches on the show. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half of these matches on this show are tag matches, making it obviously feel like a house show. I don't know what's worse, having a ton of tag matches or a ton of, like triple threats or fatal four-ways on your show. So I don't know what's worse. I mean, a lot of these tag matches feel just pointless. I don't really care for most of them. Maybe except for, the tag title match, which could be good between The Bar and The New Day. Other than that, though, I mean, this could be just another glorified house show. But in some ways, I'm hoping. I mean, I didn't get to watch the whole show, but I watched a couple matches from Greatest Royal Rumble earlier this year. And Jedi saw you ready. We're going to be back there again in a few weeks for Crown Jewel, in case any of you cared. I don't care about Crown Jewel, right? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe WWE will change my mind, make me watch Crown Jewel also. But I'm not going to make any promises for that at all whatsoever. I'm not making a predicted match card for Crown Jewel. I didn't make one for Super Showdown either. I almost did, but then I just didn't care. And then now I finally did. I'm like, but it's too late now. But I will check out parts of WWE Super Show. Maybe I'll check out the whole thing. Who knows what happens? But it's supposed to be a freaking 5-hour show, and I'm not getting up at 5 a.m. on a Saturday just to watch a possible glorified house show. But again, I will check out because there are some matches, mainly from the SmackDown brand, that I actually am interested in seeing for this show. Nobody in the live chat, but again, that's completely fine. Again, this is just random, and I don't expect anybody to really be that excited about this show either. But we're going to go on and we're going to talk about this show. Of course, I'm sweating again for my sexy boy entrance, imitating Shawn Michaels, and admitting the fact that Shawn Michaels is bald now. Yeah, we didn't talk about it in the live Raw review on Monday. Shawn Michaels is bald, which is why, of course, I had to wear my cowboy hat. Well. Again, it's like JBL's hat again, but I had to walk out with Shawn Michaels' hat again. I'm not bald for now. Hopefully, I do not go bald anytime soon. That would be scary, especially with only being 25 years old. My one friend's only 24, and he's already starting to go bald now. We're making him feel ridiculous about it. But anyways, I'll keep the hat on just for the heck of it, because I came in acting like Shawn Michaels. But anyways, so let's get into this card. Again, I'll mention the matches I actually do look forward to seeing. Then there's some, again, I really don't care at all whatsoever. So we'll see what happens. Again, here's my preview for Super Showdown prediction. Oh, looks like we got Lauren in the live chat. Lauren, how are you saying she can stay for 15 she can stay 15 minutes. She has to work at 6. Ugh. Nice intro and yeah, again, thanks. Again, reminds me of JBL though. Also, again, I only found it like months ago in my closet because, my sister was coming home around Christmas time, and when she comes home, it's like, if I can't joke around with my dad, but I think to joke around with him. Of course, my dad can't team up on my mom because she sticks up for her. So it's like, oh, the sheriff's back in town. So when she got home, I threw the hat on her and I said, Sheriff, how you do? But yeah, so I'll keep the hat on. Of course, I'm not going bald again like Shawn Michaels did, thank goodness. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got there. But let's get right into the Super Showdown predictions again. I'm not going to even bother just mapping out where everything's gonna be placed in the card. I literally just went on to Smart Out, found the matches. I did from the top match. Obviously, is gonna be the main event, but so I went from did it in backwards. So I'm gonna run through this card real quick. And there's 10 matches, but 5 of them are tag matches, and 4 of them are just kind of pointless. Like, why are we doing them? So let's get right into it. The first match we have is Asuka and Naomi versus the Iconics. I'm sorry, the Iconics. Iconics. Obviously, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. I don't really care for this match because it's just a random women's tag match on a pay-per-view. I mean, other than the fact that I get it because they're trying to get Billie Kay and Peyton Royce on there because we're in Australia and they're from Australia. So why wouldn't they want to put them on the card? Again, they started off kind of slow. Still not doing too much for me though. Yeah, on the main roster, I mean, they still felt like a little bit of jobbers, but they started this feud with Naomi. They picked up a couple of wins, so they got something going. I mean, yeah, they tapped out to Asuka, but I mean, it would be stupid not to give them the win here. Honestly, I mean, I know I keep saying I want Asuka to get back on track here with getting back her momentum back again. But I think the best route, obviously, to go here is give it to the Iconics. Is what's Asuka and Naomi going to gain by winning this? It would be no different. Like, I hate to compare the Iconics to this, but it would be no different than anybody beating Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose on an episode of SmackDown. So I don't think Asuka would take the pin though. I mean, they could surprise them to do that, but I think it would be more reasonable for Naomi to take the pin. To help give the Iconics some momentum going forward. I mean, I don't know if it will help much at all, but it's in their hometown. I mean, obviously, if this was in Australia, the Iconics would not be on this card. So why not? Why have them have a match in their hometown just for them to lose? So that's what I think should happen. So I think the Iconics should get the victory. Could this possibly do an Asuka heel turn with Naomi? It's possible. There are 4, again, I probably said this before, there are 4 situations where I can see a possible heel turn happening this time. There's going to be at least one. There should only be just one. But I think it's possible maybe Asuka could turn heel on Naomi here and attack her. But then again, I feel this match is, again, I don't care about too much for this match, but I feel the point is at least to give the Iconics, some time in Australia since they're Australian, and again, it would make sense for them to get the win here. So that's why I'm going to pick them to get the victory over Naomi and Asuka. We'll bump the wrong button here. Let's check the live chat. We got Lauren still in the chat. She's saying her predictions are the Bar, the Riot Squad due to a Nikki Bella heel turn, Becky Lynch, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, and Bobby Lashley. The Shield, but after they win, Dean will turn. DX and AJ Styles with an Orton interference in either AJ's match or Daniel Bryan's match, and she thinks the Iconics are going to win also. I mean, those aren't bad predictions at all. I'll definitely continue on with mine. Killer Games, what's up? It's been a while. I know you've been busy, but it's good to have you back. Lauren says, people who I think should be on Super Showdown include the Usos, Jeff Hardy, Rusev, Nakamura, and Orton. I mean, they all could still show up at some point, maybe. Again, I don't think Jeff Hardy would be because he's continuing to sell off his the damage done from the Hell in a Cell match with Randy Orton. Best match he hopes for will be DX versus Bros Construction. The worst match will probably be the Iconics versus Naomi and Asuka. Probably not sure if that will happen. If that happened with Taker and Triple H, I mean, it could still be good, but I still don't care too much for it, honestly, because of the fact that it could still go against like hurt the point of what end of an era was back in 2012, if you know what I mean. But again, what do we know? We're just wrestling fans. Lawrence says but her favorite matches will be Becky and Charlotte and Joe and AJ. Those probably will be the best matches I feel also. And Sean is bald, does not look right. It does not look right at all. No, it looks sad. It's like his age is starting off the show big time, and he's looking old. Of course, someone made a joke saying that, you know, it's Team Bald versus Team Hair because Kane and Taker do still have hair. Triple H and Shawn Michaels don't have any hair because they're bald. Or if anybody's seen Seinfeld, they're bald. Because I was bald, pretty much. Okay, getting too caught up in the baldness. But anyways, let me see here. Who I think should win are Becky, Joe, Miz, The Bar, Braun's team, Bars of Destruction, Naomi, and Asuka, and Ronda. She thinks she should win, but she has her predictions as well, which that's completely fine. I have those theories as well. But I think the Iconics should get this victory over Naomi and Asuka. Like I said before, again, like what would be the point of them losing in their hometown? Again, just if they lose, it's just going to look like a random, you know, squash match for two baby faces on SmackDown Live. So why would we have this match on a pay-per-view with two people in their hometown not going to get the victory? You know what I mean? Asuka could turn. Who knows? We got that match. Then we have the New Day and The Bar for the SmackDown Live tag titles. Probably the only tag match looking forward to, you know, despite the fact they had that New Day Cook segment last night. I wasn't really a big fan of it because it was just a random food fight that just felt like filler, I thought. Obviously, you know, The Bar have had their number on New Day. They've won their singles matches the past few weeks. You know, it's the kind of thing where, the one team has the moment, but then the other one at the pay-per-view just strikes and takes it right back with them. I don't know if that's going to be the case here. I mean, I picked The Bar to win because I don't mind New Day being tag champions, but you know, I feel like, you know, it's time for The Bar. They have a history of, you know, having good matches against New Day. They recently had one for the number one contendership for the SmackDown Live tag titles at SummerSlam. They had a great match in that little tournament they did. That was a really good tag match. Like that could have been a match at SummerSlam by far. I still like the match that they had it was a terrible pay-per-view at Roadblock End of the Line in 2016 when The Bar won the tag titles for the first time. Was before they were known as The Bar, and they dethroned a New Day of their longest reigning tag title. I'm taking this hat off. I'm starting to sweat. Sorry. But I personally think it's me, The Bar, winning, even though they've had the New Day's number for weeks. You know, I said a lot like, oh, it feels like, this person's been getting all the wins here. I feel like, now it would make sense for them to keep like getting the momentum going and to squash them or whatnot. That might be a different case for another match later on. And of course, I'll talk about shortly. But I think it's gonna be The Bar. I got The Bar over New Day. Bar win the tag titles. They were away from TV for a while. They're ready. I think it's time to put the tag titles back on The Bar. Who I think? Oh, sorry. Feeling cowboyish. if you don't mind for a second. I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride. I'm wanted, dead or alive. Wanted, dead or alive. I had to. I had to throw that out there. Anyways, let's move on now to the next match. Becky Lynch and Charlotte. Now, this one is tough because I could see Charlotte winning the belt back. However, I don't see their feud going past Evolution. And, just to have everything cut off just like that right away after Evolution, and maybe they could have another match at TLC. Maybe, who knows, as we thought that, their feud was going to end when Sasha and Charlotte feud. They thought that feud was going to end at Hell in a Cell, but it kept going on until Roadblock ended the line. I still don't see their feud lasting past Evolution. If it was going to last past Evolution, I was going to say, and I do have a feeling it's still going to happen, have Charlotte probably win the title back. But my opinion is, I feel that this match, I thought this could have happened at Hell in a Cell, but it didn't. My opinion is, have it be like, a no contest. I think, I mean, it's going to be a good match, but I feel like, they're going to take it to a different level, obviously, I feel. Have some angle, kind of like what happened. Let's put it this way. Let's have it be like how it happened with AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura at Greatest Royal Rumble. Nakamura got into AJ's skin, and they started, brawling outside the ring, cause a double countout or something like that. That's what I can see happening with this match, and it'll be okay, I feel, in my opinion. Have some way to set up for the last woman standing stipulation, I think, needs to happen when we get to Evolution, which should be the main event of Evolution, but it'll probably be Ronda Rousey and Nikki Bella. You can look, but you can't touch. No. I'm getting a little too out of hand here, guys. So, I mean, I can either see Charlotte win the title, but even though I'd like to see Becky have a long title reign, but I think it's going to be like, stuff like, like a double count out, like a disqualification or something. I mean, I hope not a disqualification, because again, don't make Becky be a desperate looking heel if you're trying to make Becky a heel. But, she still doesn't feel like a heel because the crowd is behind her. They were popping for her like crazy the other night. Even Charlotte, on an episode of whatever Lillian Garcia's podcast, has admitted that, with her success, they're not going to boo Becky. They're going to boo her, of course. So I don't. If Becky wins again, why would we have a third match between them? So, I feel that this should result in some type of, double count out or something like that. Something to make, both of them coming out looking good, I feel, like to protect them both. So that's what I think is going to happen. A no contest, I think, I'm going to predict for Becky Lynch and Charlotte, and we'll get the last woman standing at Evolution. Now, here's the thing. If they do decide to extend this feud past Evolution, of course, we're not going to be having a match at Crown Jewel, but I say they'll probably wrap up their feud then in December at TLC. Maybe this could lead to a women's TLC match between Becky Lynch and Charlotte. Got to make their mark some way. So if something happens, goes past Evolution again, Becky, Charlotte, TLC would be awesome. The way to culminate their feud if that happens when we get to TLC. That's what I'm going to say for that match. Charlotte will win, end her rivalry with Neck, and hug it out in the middle of the ring. Maybe cry, maybe laugh. Becky, not Neck. That's what he thinks is going to happen. She's got to clock in. If you want, I'll do my predictions for Super Showdown tonight or tomorrow. I'll catch up on the stream on my break. The Warriors, Lauren, enjoy your work. Enjoy working tonight. And if not, I'll definitely see you tomorrow for my top 10 special of the week, which will be my top 10 women/divas champions. It'll be tomorrow. But thank you again for stopping by, Lauren. Have a good time at work. If I have killer games here, hopefully a few others will come in. We can still continue to chat also. Moving on now to the next match. This is a match I'm actually looking forward to also. The first match was the Iconics and Naomi and Asuka. Don't really care much for. New Day and Nabar, I'm excited for. Becky and Charlotte, I'm looking forward to. This match also, I'm looking forward to. Cedric Alexander versus Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight Championship. If they have a pre-show or anything, do not put this on a pre-show. This match deserves to be on the main show. We have 5 hours, apparently, the show is going to be. Why can't this match not have time on the main show? This should be given a good 15 minutes, I feel, this match. Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy. We're in Buddy Murphy's hometown. Cedric Alexander has been a great Cruiserweight champion. Buddy Murphy has been one of the greatest parts of the Cruiserweight division this year as well. The part of it, becoming, a must-see show since Triple H took over. I really think these two can go in, and it's just like they did months ago, they can tear the house down once again with this match. Obviously, Buddy Murphy had been racking up wins still afterwards, and was being Australia. He was given the opportunity to get another chance for the Cruiserweight Championship. Now, this could be a show stealer. I really think this match could be a show stealer right here. Again, the great talent of Cedric Alexander, and then Buddy Murphy again as well. Keep saying, for a bigger guy and had him, had to lose the weight to be a cruiserweight, man, has he been awesome, as I keep saying. That is why I will pull a curveball here. I think Buddy Murphy wins the title this time. They've had 2 matches. This is their second match. Why not have a rubber match down the line, like Survivor Series or even TLC, or they'll probably do it at Crown Jewel. that show makes me sick. But I think, why not put the title on Buddy Murphy? He deserves it. He's been an awesome talent. I mean, Alexander's been a great champion also. I still say, though, Cedric Alexander did not need to become cruiserweight champion to prove that he's that great. Of course, I keep saying, he deserves. I mean, don't be wrong, he should be champion, of course, but I feel like, he was at a point where, I feel like it was a little too obvious he's going to win the title in that tournament. But again, he's had the run that he definitely needed. So once he drops the title, and again, I could say he can drop it to Buddy Murphy, because again, he's been a great addition to 205 Live. Have Cedric do more in this cruiserweight division. Please, WWE, please give those guys more chances besides the cruiserweight division. Cedric Alexander can be a world champion, a mid-card champion. He can be a tag champion, whatever. Just give him more opportunities than just the cruiserweight division. And if that's the case, I'll be able to get more behind 205 Live, because I know these guys will be able to get more opportunities eventually than they are being given. So let's hope for that. But I think Buddy Murphy's going to win the title here. Have a rubber match eventually between these two. It'll be awesome as well. And we'll see where it goes. So Buddy Murphy will become our new cruiserweight champion. Nothing really new in the live chat. Moving on now to the next match. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship. Now, it's no countouts, no disqualifications. There must be a winner. Again, just say no holds barred. Why do you have to say no countouts, no disqualifications? There must be a winner. Just say no holds barred. This is probably the last match between these two. Maybe, who knows? If Joe wins, they can do a fourth match between them. I mean, everybody had we didn't have a decision at SummerSlam. We did at Hell in a Cell, despite the fact that AJ was showed tapping out on the other side of the roll up for the pin. So he's gone again. Joe's gone above and beyond again, just continue to attack, the mind of AJ Styles, to get into his head and have him shaken up, just to get in his head, that way he can water him down to take the championship off of him. Obviously, things went a little too far when Joe went to AJ's house last week. He apparently never got in, but then we had him apparently threatened to be fired until AJ Styles dropped the charges, saying he wants to take care of this in the ring with him, and that's what we're getting for Saturday. I keep saying every single match. I love AJ Styles. He's been a great champion. If the rumors are true that they're trying to erase CM Punk's WWE Championship record with AJ Styles, okay, that's fine. I can live with that, because AJ Styles has been a good champion. He's defended titles, put on great matches. Some of them could have been better, like the ones with Shinsuke Nakamura, but he's put on some really good matches being champion. I could swallow that. But look at the career of Samoa Joe. He has that momentum going, at times, and I feel like he just needs to get that championship on him. He's almost 40 years old. Obviously he's starting to wear down a little bit. He deserves a run with that championship, because what's he going to do? What's he going to do after this feud if he doesn't win it? Like, who's he going to feud? Like I feel like he'll be directionless if he does not get at least a brief run with the championship here. And I'll also explain, why I'm picking the person I'm picking for another SmackDown match. I'm looking forward on the show as well. So I still think Samoa Joe should win this match. I mean, obviously, I like how they try to make both him and Styles looking strong coming out of their match at Hell in a Cell. They look like Joe, should have been the winner because of getting AJ to tap. But at the same time, AJ looks strong also. With the way the awkward pinfall was. So I personally still think Joe needs to win this title here. I mean, again, AJ doesn't need the title right now. Joe needs it more. The iron is hot for him, as I keep saying. He's cutting some of the best promos he's cut on the main roster ever since the days of him in NXT, especially if I may do it one more time. Oh, Wendy! I'm sorry. Gotta get Oh, Wendy! Not the high voice. Oh, Wendy! Daddy's gonna go night-night. Got added in the throne of the microphone. I throw it harder, but, I don't want to, break anything in here. And I don't want to break the mic of Mike, as Larry calls if he's here. Are you going to stream your reactions? Probably not. I don't really find any matches to, do live reactions for. Plus, two, I'm not going to be seeing it live. So, I feel like, it wouldn't be, wouldn't be as meaningful, I feel, if that was the case. But I will do live reactions again some other time for other matches down the line. So we'll see what happens. But thank you for the suggestion, Killer Games. Moving on now to again, Samoa Joe, I think, wins the championship. The next match, oh gosh. Ronda Rousey and the legendary Bella Twins, even though that, they're just legendary. They have legendary sex appeal, as AJ Lee would say back in 2015 or 2014 and 2015, that talent is not sexually transmitted, especially in the women's era where it's about women's wrestling. And yes, don't get me wrong, there are still some good-looking women's wrestlers on the roster, but we're now in an era now where it's not about 30-second matches. It's not about coming off and showing off your ass or your boobs to everybody. No, we are looking for women's wrestling matches that are competing with the men. So we got this random match here. Ronda Rousey and the Bellas taking on the Riot Squad. This is obviously going to set up for, either way. I mean, I don't see Ronda and the Bellas. Here's the thing. If this was like, Ronda and a couple other people taking on the Riot Squad, I would say have the Riot Squad win, since Ruby Riott was on a winning streak lately. Give her a reason to face Ronda Rousey at Evolution. She'd be a credible opponent, I feel, for Ronda Rousey. Of course, they had the match this past week on Raw, and Ruby lost, even though the match I thought was pretty good. But it's obvious that they're set up for Vince's favorite match of all time, Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey. And it's just not going to work. They brought back the Bellas. First off, being annoying about it, having, Brie taking care of her husband on SmackDown, but then on Raw, she's like Nikki's sister. So again, she feels like two completely different people. Same with, Leo Rush and Drake Maverick, and who knows, we're going to try to do a couple other stunts as well, because that's what we do here in 2018. We put a star on two shows. They're one character on one show, and they're one on the other. Unless they're diagnosed with a bipolar disorder, which I'm not trying to make fun of anybody who it is, then stop doing this, because it absolutely makes no sense for them. And they bring back the Bellas again, just randomly showing up on Raw, acting like they're the big deal. They're the big shit. Apparently, they know how to be successful in the WWE. So, Ronda Rousey should be looking up to us. That's what we're going to be saying here once they turn on Ronda on Saturday. That's what we're going to say. Ronda should be looking up to us pretty much, because we know how it's done. And no. You were famous during an era, as I said in my video talking about the Bella Twins recently, with it was a response to Deluxe Man's video about the Bella Twins. The Bella Twins just don't fit this generation of wrestling. Yes, they can improve if on it, but they're still just two twin models, sexy, not there for not the wrestling talents like the likes of Sasha, Charlotte, Bayley, Becky, all the other women's wrestlers do. And you want that to be your main event of Evolution. Ronda Rousey taking on someone who is not a prime figure of women's wrestling, but divas wrestling in Nikki Bella. That's why, at least Ronda, the main event I still think is Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. Even if you want to do Trish Stratus and Alexa Bliss, I can somewhat forgive that. But I'd rather have that be main event than Ronda Rousey and Nikki Bella. But no, either way, it would be stupid to have the Riot Squad win, because why would they want to claim to get a title opportunity at Evolution if Nikki Bella is going to get it anyway? So my opinion is, I think it's going to be Ronda Rousey win and the Bellas beating them. Bellas turn on Ronda. There's our heel turn. We're off to the races, and I'm not going to be looking forward to the match at Evolution. So don't care about this match, really. That's what I think is going to happen. Cena and Nikki are still together, apparently, and have always been together. Just check What Culture. Wow. I mean, I keep hearing the back and forth of rumors about that. One week I'm hearing, they're still together. They always did it just for, TV reasons. Now I'm hearing they're not together. So, I mean, What Culture could be right? Not sure. Who knows anymore? And then we could say, oh, they're not together, but it's just, God. seriously, if that's just a work because of their TV show, then I don't know if I really appreciate that. But it's just again, it's just this role again. The Bellas, are they terrible? No, they're not terrible. Do I want to see them? Sure, I do. They're not legendary though. And keep in mind this also. The Lex fan said this also. Daniel Bryan has not been called legendary yet by anybody, any announcers whatsoever. But his wife does. She has a TV show, Total Divas, Total Bellas. She's maybe had to run the Divas title once or twice. Cool. She's not legendary, though. Her and her sister's looks, yes. That's all they see as making them great is the fact that they're sexy. That's the only reason why they're big standouts. But they're not that great wrestlers, I'm sorry to say. I know Brie has had a recent botches lately. I'm not going to bully her about it. But, obviously she has some improvement to do with her craft. Just don't say they're legendary. I keep saying I just hate it how much WWE overhypes things. This is the greatest of all time. This is legendary. This was one of the greatest matches of all time. No one could have ever thought of this match. It drives you nuts, and it just makes you all look like you're full of yourselves. And that's another reason why no one wants to watch your product if you just think everything you do is great. It's okay to be confident, but you can't just make something, oh, this is going to be the greatest of all time. Set everyone's standards high, and then they're disappointed. Which is why you're getting low ratings on your shows recently. I see your ratings, WWE. Raw. I see you. Huh? But yeah, enough ranting about the Bella Twins and whatnot. Rousey and Shayna Baszler does eventually need to have in Killer Games. I mean, it would be nice to have an Evolution, but it looks like Baszler is getting her rematch against Kairi Sane at Evolution, which I'm cool with that. Let's see Kairi Sane and Asuka, but that it is what it is. So that's what happens there. Ronda and the Bella's going to win. Bella's going to turn on Ronda. Now, speaking of Brie Bella, let's talk about her husband, Daniel Bryan. He's going to be taking on The Miz for a #1 contendership for the WWE Championship. Boy, do both these guys deserve title opportunities. Daniel Bryan, who never lost his WWE Championship just because of injury, and The Miz, who again has been one of the biggest, most improving stars over the past 2 years. Yes, his in-ring work isn't the best. It's gotten better, but his psychology and his microphone work and his promos have just made him an outstanding heel ever since he got his runs with the IC title after WrestleMania 32 in 2016. And I keep saying, this is a feud that somehow needs to have a match at WrestleMania involving the WWE Championship between The Miz and Daniel Bryan. Miz being champion and Daniel Bryan wasn't. Now, I probably said this how many times. I thought first Randy Orton would go after Daniel Bryan, and maybe he would cost Daniel Bryan the match at Super Showdown, and Daniel Bryan be working around Randy Orton before he gets back to The Miz for WrestleMania. Of course, now it looks like it's going to happen because, one, Randy Orton's going after Ty Dillinger, which I'm interested in that because it's actually giving Ty something to do, and I'm liking it. But also, The Miz has won the first match. They won the mixed tag match. I thought Bryan and Brie would at least win that mixed tag match, but it was also focused on Brie and Maurice, and it wasn't really that great. But it seems that The Miz keeps getting momentum on him. And of course, this week, Shelton Benjamin, he got a win over Daniel Bryan thanks to distractions from The Miz. Now, I still think, again, Samoa Joe should be winning the WWE Championship. So, Joe and Miz wouldn't be awful, but obviously this could set up for a match between Daniel Bryan and Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship. Hopefully not a crown jewel or SmackDown Live 1000 probably we could be getting the match. Or maybe we'll get a triple threat we're already getting a triple threat crown jewel with Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Braun Strowman. It's the only match shows have been a crown jewel, and I don't give a crap. So with all that, The Miz has already seen gotten so much more over Daniel Bryan recently. I think Daniel Bryan's going to win this. I mean, if it was, if Bryan and Brie would not have won the mixed tag match, I would have won the mixed tag match, I would have been saying The Miz, but I really think it's going to be Bryan now winning this match. Some shenanigans will happen. Maybe, Shelton Benjamin will try to help Miz again since, Benjamin recently got a victory over Bryan, which I'm hoping that does lead Shelton Benjamin to get something to do. Because why would you give him a victory over Daniel Bryan? Didn't do absolutely nothing with him afterwards. He won an opportunity, he won, so now he deserves more opportunities. Who knows where it will lead to? But I think it's gonna be Daniel Bryan now over The Miz, and Daniel Bryan will be the new number one contender for the WWE Championship. Of course, The Miz could cost Daniel Bryan the match, slip right in front of him, and eventually win the title himself, which will then lead to Daniel Bryan working his way back up the ladder. Again, he could win the Royal Rumble match for all we know in 2019 and face The Miz for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 35. In some ways, again, this has to eventually lead to a title match between Daniel Bryan and The Miz at WrestleMania 35. It's what has to happen, I feel. It's got to happen. Bring the story up even more higher, elevated than it already is. I mean, it's still good now, but I know it could get even more personal and more interesting as well. We'll do so there. But that's what I say. That match, Daniel Bryan will defeat The Miz. Crown Jewel, first Pro Wrestling World Cup, I think, not Ask What Culture. Again, I'll have to check that out. Definitely see if they have anything to say about that. So yeah, Daniel Bryan will defeat The Miz. We had The Shield taking on Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, or as they're called on one show, the Dogs of War. I don't care about this match either. Again, I just haven't liked this run with The Shield because they feel like they're just – The Shield feels like they're like Roman Reigns, I said, being booked as WWE saying, screw you all, this is how we're doing things, starting with the 2015 Royal Rumble. Now they're doing the same thing with The Shield because, you know, they interrupted Braun Strowman cashing in, stopped him, but we're supposed to hate Braun Strowman now because he went after Roman Reigns. How dare he go after Roman Reigns? It still makes me sick to my stomach that Roman Reigns in an interview said that, you know, he cares more about this reaction, so why not let them just be him? Because if he's a heel, they're gonna cheer him. So why let them just be him and see what he can get? Well, if that's the case, then why are you're being booked in a way that the WWE is forcing us to like you and hate the guy that we want to cheer in Braun Strowman? So I think the Shield are going to win here. I mean, if the Shield lose, there's a chance maybe the Ambrose turn could happen then. But one, I still see them dragging until TLC. And two, they already somewhat teased it. So just having it happen right away after, you know, Ambrose said we're fine, you know, nothing, you know, he's part of a brotherhood, then having the turn right away. Again, it's going to, either way at this point, the Dean Ambrose heel turn is not going to be as exciting as it was, you know, ages ago whenever he returned before SummerSlam. That's when it should have happened. SummerSlam, the turn should have happened there, but nope. Had to bring it back, be Roman's crony for several months, and then turn him when it's just not going to matter much anymore. Shield's going to win, as I'm predicting. I don't think the turn will happen Saturday. That's my prediction for that. John Cena and Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens in the last. I don't care about this match either because it's a random tag match. At first, it's supposed to be John Cena and Kevin Owens, which I'm like, okay, take my money because they had a great match. You know, they had 3 great matches in 2015, and including their Elimination Chamber match where Kevin Owens beat John Cena clean. I'm like, okay. But then they inserted Bobby Lashley and Elias. And I'll give credit that Elias and Kevin Owens aren't entertaining that together. Of course, they got huge heat based off of them putting down the Supersonics in Seattle on Monday at Raw. But why is Bobby Lashley teaming up with John Cena? It makes no sense. I mean, obviously, Bobby Lashley has a history with both Kevin Owens and Elias. John Cena has a history with Elias. And, you know, a little bit of Kevin Owens as well. But then again, that just got resolved. Cena's beating Owens. What else is there to it? Obviously, I think that I was also getting pissed off that Cena at least couldn't show up to Raw on Monday to save Bobby Lashley. Because now, again, why are these two teaming up? There's no story to this. It's a house show match. That's all it is. It'd be stupid. I mean, I want to pick Owens and Elias to win. And they need this win more than Lashley and Cena. But they're going to have Lashley and Cena win this match. It's stupid, but, you know, they should win. And one of them should, and Lashley should at least have Lashley take the pin. Or have Cena take the pin. Cena's been pinned by Rollins, Ambrose, Roman Reigns. AJ Styles over the past several years, obviously he is worthy of being pinned. He's not as invincible as he was years ago. I'm not looking forward to that lightning fist finisher. I saw the replay of it. It's nothing really that spectacular that he's using. So yeah, this is random. Could Bobby Lashley turn heel on John Cena for not being a good tag team partner? Don't know if it'll happen. I feel like out of all the turns I'm thinking it happen, either Nikki Bella, Dean Ambrose, Asuka, or Bobby Lashley. This one might be the least likely to happen. But again, I don't care. Again, Elias and Owens need to win. But I have a bad feeling it's going to be Lashley and Cena. But I'm sticking with my pick, my pick of Owens and Elias. And then finally, our main event, most likely, is going to be Triple H and The Undertaker for one last time. This match still does not feel personal. No, I don't care about this. I don't care about this match either. Because, again, why is it happening? Just to draw in viewers to say, oh, The Undertaker's coming one final time. They had the great ending to the story back in 2012 at WrestleMania 28 with End of an Era. Why does this have to happen again? At least, when they were teasing someone with Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker several weeks ago on Raw, teasing the fact that, Undertaker thinks that, Shawn Michaels is not staying retired out of respect. He thinks he's staying retired out of fear because he knows that if he goes after Undertaker again, he'll just drop him again, whatnot, which is what makes us want to see Undertaker and Shawn Michaels again, not Undertaker and Triple H, which feels like, their business is done. Shawn Michaels can come back and retire Undertaker at Survivor Series if he wants to, because that's where Undertaker's career began. But again, now that they try to bring in Shawn Michaels, Triple H's corner, Kane and The Undertaker, so it doesn't make sense as to why they need people in their corners. This feud between Triple H and Undertaker is not personal, in my opinion. I think Triple H, though, will pull off the victory. It's not going to mean anything for anybody in the long run. So it's just two part-timers. So who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. But Triple H is going to win that match. And that's pretty much it for my predictions here. I'll go over everything again. Iconics over Asuka and Naomi. The Bar over New Day. No contest between Becky and Charlotte. Buddy Murphy wins the title over Cedric Alexander. Samoa Joe wins the title over AJ Styles. Rousey and the Bellas win. The Bellas turn on Ronda. Daniel Bryan wins number contenders match. The Shield defeat Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre. Owens and Elias over Cena and Lashley, and Triple H will defeat The Undertaker, I feel. But that's probably going to be our main event, and that is it, guys, for this live preview and predictions for WWE Super Showdown. So that's it. Thank you again to Lauren and Killer Games for joining me live for this. Again, I'll catch it sometime Saturday. I'll do some type of a review also after I watch it, whether it's going to be in depth or just brief talk about a couple little things. But I'm still not super excited for the show. But most of the SmackDown matches, I think could be good. I mean, some of the tag matches, like Lashley, Cena, Owens, and Elias as a wrestling match could be all right, but I don't care because there's no story. Same thing with the Shield. That match could be good because it's 6 great competitors, but I just know that it's just staying for Vince McMahon trying to suck up to us about the Shield. Of course, Ronda and the Bells and the Rise I have no interest in seeing it all whatsoever. Other than that, again, most of the matches aren't too bad. Well, the Iconics also, Asuka and Naomi, I'm not interested in that match either, but most of these matches can still be good. It can still be a good show, but I'll expect much more than a glorified house show, though, in my opinion. But guys, again, what are your thoughts? What are your predictions for WWE Super Showdown 2018? Put those down in the comment section below. And be sure to always click buy, like, and subscribe more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at TheManAirBody3. I'll be back up here live again in a couple hours after I watch the second episode of the David Goliath season of Survivor. Go John Morrison, by the way. After that, I'll be back up here to review 205 Live and NXT as well. So, guys, I'm checking out. I will see you guys all later on tonight. So, until then, have a great rest of your night, and peace out, everybody.